Ew, what is good? I had a very flavor. What is good, yo? Alright, let's get into this very quickly. King's Raid, the successor of the wheel. Very surprising episode. I can't help but think about everything that kind of went into making the characters a lot more interesting. Um, Not only that, seeing where the orcs are going to end up at the end of the day. Like, this show definitely has the vibes of just like very good creative storytelling. And if you can get me on storytelling, I'm pretty much hooked, right? Because at this point, not only were we kind of warned about the Holy Sword being the opposite of what it is, like, something that is going to bring peace and all this stuff, but yet it's literally about to destroy this kid in some weird manner that maybe his father has suffered the same fate. And I'm guessing that if that is true, if he did suffer the fate of, losing himself or dying during battle with the Holy Sword, we're probably looking at him when we see the main character kind of coming from a dream. I can't really tell if it's a negative thing or not in the case of if it was him doing that, like the darkness kind of enveloping the hero, or if that was something of a premonition, right? Like something to kind of showcase, like, hey, this is very possible for you to get swallowed up by the darkness. And I can only really say that because of the end of the episode, which what's talked about, and gives us more of an inkling of what the future may hold. Which, I mean, it's kind of obvious seeing how the thing that truly puts this character over the edge is seeing people he likes or people he cares about taken away or even injured. So, knowing that anytime his friends are around, it's going to be pretty clear that he can snap at any time. And that's his biggest flaw, is that his heart isn't strong. And that's what the orc meant by that, is if he was strong enough to understand, you know, them fighting and them getting hurt during battle is not the real way to get stronger. It's not the real way to, like, literally uh, put it all on the line because of that, So seeing, feeling it firsthand, but he doesn't understand it, which kind of makes me annoyed in the case of like Freya or whatever her name is, not telling him like what was it that made him snap. Granted, she went through the trauma too, so maybe she just forgot that, as soon as she got hit and she was pretty much taken out of the battle, that's when he snapped. But um, the other thing she said to him was pretty insightful as well. So I can't hate on her for everything, but that just kind of caught me off guard. Her just not even really specifying what she could have thought sent him over the edge, especially with him not remembering really anything of that moment. Would have been a good time to tell him. But now that she knows of what could possibly pop off, I think we should get an understanding of who is, either going to come and try to stop him during his war path that supposedly he could go on. Um, or we could know the real reason why he goes on this warpath, in my opinion. Because, like I said, the only reason why he snapped out is because people near him get hurt. So, by her staying near and always being close by, it could be that one thing that he thinks he loses her and he goes on a warpath. So even though the orc try to help in this situation, it might actually be the catalyst needed to lead to that bad ending, so to speak. So, very, very interesting stuff. I'm interested in what you guys are thinking in all this because at this point, King's Raid definitely has been doing its own thing. Like it's another one of those shows that were kind of pitted together with some of the hard hitting, crazy shows, you know. So to think that it's still here and getting more and more interesting, I'm really happy to see that. So overall, I hope you all have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I am your boy, Anime G, and I just got killed because there's so many of these guys. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace. Wow.